Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comics. I'm Evil Mike, and this is going to be my review on Batman issue 115, Fear State issue. Let's go into the, who's, what's, when. Alright, so written by James Tynion the fourth. This one is done by the art. Normally is done by Jorge Jimenez, but is also featuring art with Bengal. Then we got colors by Tomeu, Morey, and letters by Clayton, Cowles. This issue also features a backup story from Batgirls. I'm gonna have to use the digital representation, of course. That's what I'm reading here on the phone. I don't even know if you can see it on there. And my phone's going off like crazy, like normal. But it was a good issue, but the story is flipping around a lot because we're going through a lot, right? So we got Peacemaker, had just killed Peacemaker X. Simon Saint is currently flipping out because he is, not successfully retrieving Peacekeeper 1, and also lost the upgraded version of Peacekeeper X. Basically he is flipping out, trying to, get a grasp on everything that is going on. The mayor is calling him. His associates are trying to calm down Saint, and it's not really working. But they do reveal this information about that they finally that they've come across like weird anomalies in the structure of Gotham, and we know that it's Queen Ivy, and she has her like hooks spread out through Gotham, right? So at any given time, if she feels like it, she could crumble the whole thing down. But at this time, they kind of, Saint Industries uses this to pinpoint, her kind of underground lair, where her and the Insanity Collective are currently hiding away from the Magistrate. So kind of like they ended there. They jump over with Poison Ivy or Queen Ivy, and the rest of the Insanity Collective, in her hidey hole underground. And one second. They do touch base on like a little bit more on Master Wise's origin story to a degree, and he kind of tells the story about how and Queen Ivy admits to like kind of knowing Master Wise, but there was a time before the Insanity Collective where he was working with Jarvis Tech, aka the Mad Hatter, and basically he tells us the story. That's how he came up with this the machine that he uses in the Insanity Collective to to wipe all the bad and insecurities, and basically he knew long ago that he would need a way to mass connect with people. So he kind of tells a story that he gently stole some of Jarvis's technology and then merged it with his own to create the machine that he did, that he uses with the Insanity Collective to purge all that. So eventually the story does jump forward to that point. We catch up with Sean Mahoney, aka Peacemaker 1, and he is down in the tunnels after the battle with Peacemaker X, and he is just wounded. Not only is he missing most of his armor at this point, but his face is just, he looks a lot like Two-Face at this point because he got burned by the blast of it was kind of like a laser cannon that Peacekeeper X had unleashed on him. He's still kind of freaking out, but the serum or whatever's going through his system is kind of like wearing down kind of thing. And he is greeted by Scarecrow, who's been in his ear the whole time. He took over the Magistrate's technology, and he's been kind of in Peacekeeper's ear, leading him on, getting him to be killed, that kind of stuff. But he does he kind of takes Mahoney down further into the sewers, telling them that he has more of a plan for that he's basically the key to the whole plan of what he's got going on. Then we catch up with Miracle Molly and Batman, and they've been kind of touching bases on everything that's going on. The last time we saw them, Miracle Molly revealing that she has figured out what Scarecrow has planned, and it has to do with that machine that Master Wise was talking about building, and the ability to reach like over 200 people at a time kind of thing. And she believes that Scarecrow is going to use that with his fear technology stuff that he has going right now. So they're on their way back to the Insanity Collective's hideout. And when they get there, they already knew, but the police had raided it from the previous encounter, the magistrate. And Batman doesn't really understand why they are there. And Molly kind of explains that that the magistrate might have done like a full, run through of their hideout, but there was like secrets that you could only access with the Insanity Collective technology. And it's just underground. Further, when they are there, when they get down there, they run into one of the Insanity Collective's members, Breaker, and he is being mind controlled by Scarecrow. He has this weird like Scarecrow mask over his face. It's not like a full mask. It's like a cloth mask. Since he's being mind controlled, he's basically told to protect that machine that's down there. And they even find out that it's kind of very restrictive, like he only protects like kind of a radius around the machine. But Breaker, having Insanity Collective technology, he does wield these gauntlets that are able to give Superman a good punch, and he would feel it kind of thing. So Molly ends up doing all this like kung fu-y, where she does end up dismantling Breaker's gauntlets, because she's the one that built the gauntlets. And Batman after that quickly takes down Breaker, so they can get to the machine. Once they get to the machine, of course they already found out that that Scarecrow's basically like he knew about the machine, and he had already taken it kind of thing. They do jump back over to Scarecrow, and he is in his lair, and basically he has the machine that they were just looking for, and he's also like hooking Sean Mahoney up to that machine. The very end of the issue just touches base with Queen Ivy in her lair, and all of a sudden she has these like tendrils that are spread out to monitor entrances into her lair, and they start going off kind of like an alarm, and it's the magistrate that is infiltrating her lair. And that's where the issue ends. So you just imagine there's going to be a huge fight that's coming. Right after that, there is the Batgirl's little side story that takes place, and it starts off with Cassandra Cain as Batgirl, and she is kind of caught up in the middle with some magistrate patrols going through Gotham, and evidently they located her somehow, and she's basically dealing with them. And at first it kind of looks like the magistrate is gonna capture her or whatever, but eventually she takes out all the magistrate people and takes a hold of their mobile command stuff. They do flip over to Barbara Gordon and Stephanie Brown back at the clock tower where Oracle is and stuff, and they're trying to get Oracle back online. Supposedly Barbara Gordon has hooked Oracle back up online after it had been hijacked by Scarecrow. They haven't heard from Cassandra Cain in a while, so Barbara Gordon tells Stephanie Brown to go check out for Batgirl, and basically Stephanie Brown, spoiler, she goes out there and she does find Cassandra. She does end up saving them. Some more magistrate officers show up. They end up having to go through some back sewers and stuff, and kind of a back way to the clock tower. While all this is going on, Barbara, trying to locate both of them within the Oracle program, is getting hacked again. And at first it's in the appearance of her dad, Commissioner Gordon, and it's basically like, you know, kind of being friendly and stuff, and she's like, you know, he's asking him questions, and basically as she's talking to him and asking him questions, and this guy is like messing with her, telling her that she knows. And honestly, at some points it does sound like the Joker or something like that. But like at the very end, it does say that that this person is the seer, and basically the seer has its eyes on Barbara and the Batgirls. Um, that's kind of all it is. It's basically like the seer, whoever it was, and they do show like a kind of a creepy, like the Batman-ish version of the seer, but he just basically taunts her. There is no like threats or anything like that, but basically if she continues on the path, that there will be some repercussions kind of thing. But for the most part, it's like jokey jabs, and but overall, a lot is going on in this comic. But I mean, we're getting to like kind of the halfway point of this story. So the only thing I can say is I love Jorge. You know, his art and everything, and the mix with Bengal's art, there is like some parts where it's like, in my opinion, it goes a little subpar. I'm not gonna say the art is bad or anything like that. It's not, and there's a lot of great art in the book. Honestly, the second story has like some phenomenal art in it. Hey, but that's my review. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you thought. You know, are you reading First Aid? You know, does any of this sound interesting? La, 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 la. Yep. Alright guys, I will see you later. Bye.